That's pretty good, doesn't it?
Blacksburg band? I saw it this morning, I saw it's still there.
He stole it.
It's a tractor,
For,
a motor.
firefighter training here.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to call the August meeting of Montgomery County Fire and Rescue Commission to order. It's good to see everybody here tonight. Don't think we've got an issue with a quorum. Michael, would you open us with a prayer?
Bow your heads, please. Dear God, I just want to thank you for blessing us all in this room with another day here on this earth, for everything that you continue to bless us with, families, our friends, all those we're surrounded by. Ask that you continue to watch over us, keep all of us and our first responders safe as we respond to calls. Just keep the families of Jeremy Compton, David Flincham, and Wayne Akers. Hold them in your prayers. We just thank you for everything that you've blessed us with and ask that you continue to watch over us. In your name we pray.
Thank you. Address session. Fallon, I believe that's you.
Hi, I'm Fallon. I'm with Volunteer Montgomery. Probably all of the departments have seen my email pop up, maybe, possibly, in your inboxes in the last month or so. We're having a chili cook-off fundraiser for us, and we wanted to invite all of you guys to participate. And that's going to be on October 19th at 10 a.m. here in the Government Center. And registration for first responders is going to be only $5. So we really look forward to having you guys there. And it will be open to the public as well. So it's going to be voted and judged upon. And whoever makes the best chili gets to take home. There's 3 different awards. So that'll be very fun and exciting as well. And I have an array of flyers for you guys. I'm debating on whether to keep the paper clips on, if that'll help. Just about like registration, there's like physical registration forms. We also have a flyer with a QR code if you want to register online. If you do it online though, it will say $10, but we can change that later. But there is the paper one as well, and you're welcome to drop by or anytime really. And then there's just a little information sheet for more info on when it is and things like that. So I'll just like start the pass out. I also have business cards if you need to ask me any questions, or if you want to pay in person, you can reach me. And in addition to all of that fun stuff, we also are gearing up for our Patriot Day basket delivery. And that's going to be on September 10th this year. And so I have these forms, and I'm just going to leave them here, and you can put, what department you're with, who's going to be present for the delivery, and your phone and your email, and as well just like your preferred time for delivery, morning, evening, or a specific 10 a.m., anything like that. So I'll leave that here for you guys as well. So did you have any questions for me?
Can you describe what one of the Patriot Day is?
Yes, it is to honor and celebrate all of our first responders in Montgomery County and the city of Bradford that we do as well. So just a way to give back to you guys for everything that you do.
Thank you, Fallon.
Yeah, thank you guys so much.
Probably got some pretty good chili cookers in here.
Yeah, I hope so. We know that Christiansburg isn't doing theirs this year, so we thought it would be a fun way to bring everyone back, with the community.
Thank you.
Sign up, shoot around.
Oh yeah, if you guys are ready for it.
Minutes from the July meeting were Michael emailed to all of us for entertain a motion for approval.
Second.
All in favor, signify by saying aye. Thank you. She took over. Thank you. Administrative reports. Mr. Collins, what do you do?
Thanks. I don't have anything specific. Thank y'all for what you do. I see not all of your calls, but I see certain fire calls and car crashes. And, I think part of it feels like I'm being nosy, but it's reassuring to know when I read them, I always see people are responding and all the service y'all are doing. We appreciate it. Again, if you need anything, certainly let us know.
Sir. Jason?
I don't have anything specific this month.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Mel.
Bye.
Thank you.
Supervisor Kids, we'll pencil him in somewhere down the agenda when he gets here. Moving on to old business, fire staffing, Michael?
Yeah, I just wanted to provide everybody a quick update. So, since our last commission meeting, we've officially hired all of our staff. I couldn't be happier with the group that we were able to get from top down. We've got some top-notch fire officers, firefighter EMTs, firefighter paramedics. Our fire officer started last Tuesday and spent that first week with us hammering out policies and procedures, learning some stuff about what they'll be doing, helping us to kind of build what's to come. On Tuesday of this week, all of the other firefighters started. We spent the last few days with them in here. Today was spent doing EMS training, but we really are excited for the group that we have because they're really good. We got a lot internally from the county. We've got a few from the Roanoke Valley, but all in all, it's a great group, and we're excited to see them and to work with the folks down in Elliston to get the citizens what they need. So we're excited.
Just as a compliment, but kudos to Michael. All of our staff have been working, and I think there is a consistent message of what we're doing, why we're doing it. We're here to support, supplement, help the volunteer system, and that the volunteers. So they hear it multiple times from Angie and myself, and that the volunteer system is what we rely on in Montgomery County, and we're going to keep supporting that. We're not doing anything funny. We're just constantly trying to support that. But with our career staff, they're here. They're going to be up and running. And we'll work through things and try to find the best way to provide services and work with the individuals over in Elliston and make sure everything runs. And if there's going to be bumps, and we're going to handle it in the most professional way and work with the volunteers directly. And Michael and his staff know the expectations. So we appreciate your support, all of you, especially Elliston, just giving us information, working together, and we'll carry on with it. Thanks.
Thank you. And that group goes live on September 1.
September 1st.
Recruitment and retention. Chief?
So we had a little bit of discussion before everybody got here. I think we're gonna try to expand things a little bit more. And we won't have anything for this month to report. Once we know more, then we'll pass it along.
Thanks, sir. Policy update. Chief?
Yeah. So there's not a ton of new information out yet, unfortunately. I would say the biggest thing is our regional EMS council is doing a virtual town hall meeting on August 28th at 6 p.m. And so I think that is probably a really good place to get kind of a good update of where everything stands right now. There should have been an email sent out to all of the leadership for each EMS agency from the EMS Council, but if you didn't get it, just let me know and I'll forward you the link. That's really about it. No big changes. Really April was kind of the last like big set of updates, and then there's been a lot of nothing. Part of that is because the emergency regulation stuff is still going through that review process. And so I think once that is finalized, things will start moving very fast again. But hopefully with the thing that the council is doing later this month, that'll answer some of our questions. But yeah, I think it's end of November is when the official end of the current process is, although I think they're planning at least a couple weeks before that is when they're gonna stop the drug box exchange in the hospitals. Originally, I heard it was gonna be a month before, but the other day, somebody had mentioned they heard it was gonna be the November 11th. So that's not confirmed, that's just kind of, the hospitals wanna give us a little bit of time between when we go live and when the regs are actually enforced, so that we've got a little buffer to kind of figure things out on our own. And the current thought is that the drug boxes that we are currently issued will kind of just be relinquished to the agencies, including their content, and then it's our problem from there. But who knows, I see some interesting legal issues with that, so I don't know how that's gonna actually work and if they're gonna go back and change their mind on it, but that's the last update that they gave several months ago for the drug boxes. Another thing I'll throw out there, and I'll send a link, I just found this when I was checking for other updates. The Office of EMS does have a little like sub website that's set up right now. That's basically just a bunch of tools. It's called the Virginia EMS Medication System Toolkit. And if you go to that, there's a ton of resources on the legal side of setting up your pharmacy, financial assistance options, and then they have a link of policies and procedures, and they've got probably like 15 to 20 other agencies' pharmacy policies that they're already using. So instead of inventing your own, that might be a good place to check out and kind of pull from. No point in reinventing the wheel if it's already there. So I'll send that link out.
Thank you, Chief. We are starting to make some progress at Long Shop. We've got county engineers drawing up some plans. We've got a scope of work as far as to get our facility moving. So we are making some progress here. Any other old business? Moving on to new business. Did you want to speak on? Okay, the County Special Operations Team.
Well, I'll talk on that. CJ, Keith, Drew, y'all feel free to jump in at any point. But so after the last Fire Rescue Commission meeting, me and CJ were talking a little bit, and we got to talking about some special operations type stuff and some things that they were interested in doing, and the conversation started going towards maybe we should look at developing a county special operations team. Currently, I mean, everybody's kind of doing their own thing, but we all work together anyways, and I think it's kind of an effort to formalize a team that we all work together and primarily looking at swiftwater, dive, and maybe some drone and rope stuff for now, and trying to build that as we grow if y'all are, if this is something that y'all are interested in. But basically, we just wanted to bring it to the commission to see if it'd be something that y'all would support moving forward. We're not proposing any cost right now. I feel like we probably have enough stuff throughout the county that we could start something.
Throw out there, I talked to our technical rescue people and they're in full support of it. They think it's a good idea. I think not to automatically end what we currently have, and I'm sure any agency that's already got something is probably the same, but with the long-term goal that, the more we can standardize and make this all uniform, that helps everybody, because on a real incident, we're all gonna have to work together anyway. It's silly to all spend money on the same equipment when, especially for some of it, you don't necessarily need your own, you just need it there at the scene, so I think that helps, and then I think it's gonna make it so much easier through dispatch and getting that information out when a call comes in, because if they just have one process that, it's any kind of technical rescue call, we can kind of funnel it through this thing, I think that makes it easy, so be supported.
Yeah, I mean, we had a meeting with a few of the people throughout the county that are more active in the technical rescue side of things, swiftwater and dive stuff, and that was kind of the common thing was that we're usually not gonna do anything on our own anyways, we're usually all gonna go to whatever together. So, I mean, we're going to a swiftwater call, there's usually a lot of us going throughout the county anyways, so.
All the time.
Are there special operation services teams that we don't have that we all kind of go, it'd be nice if, or maybe not nice, but we really should be thinking this type of team, and I don't know what those are, so I'm just wondering.
So I mean,
What do we not have that we as a county think we should have?
I mean, throughout the entire county, between all of the agencies, there's a capability in just about any discipline of technical rescue. I mean, if it gets too extensive, we can call for a regional team out of Roanoke that does all the heavy technical stuff or hazardous materials, but
So hypothetically though, if you could make a list of this is what the county would need in a perfect world with unlimited funding, okay?
Dangerous.
It's dangerous, but the thing is, I say this is because we can't plan for it if you haven't even brought it up. I can't ask the question if you haven't presented any information for me to extrapolate from. So this is what Chris is asking. Make a list of what you would need in a perfect world that would maximize the county's ability to react to everything. So we can be, we can handle ourselves. It's time to handle our own business. I'm a little grouchy today.
I mean, I think that's the ultimate goal is to get to that point. Just the only thing with that is we can't just jump out the gate and be there because there's a lot of training that goes into that. Yeah, so I mean, we can.
Then you're 98% volunteer also, so you're not gonna have everybody every time for every incident.
Oh, no.
So that's something that's gotta be taken into consideration also.
Yeah, it'd just be nice to have it.
It's doable, it'd be nice to have it, and we can, for the most part, we've got it. Probably the only thing we really don't have is a hazmat team.
Yeah.
We've probably got the capability, I know we have the capabilities for swiftwater or body recovery or anything like that on water, and Dave's group's got the cave people and, the trench people and stuff like that. We've got capabilities to do about anything that we need to self-sustain until we get a team in here that's more equipped to handle a situation than what we are. But you're talking about a lot of equipment, and you're talking about a lot of manpower and a lot of training. Perfect world, you're
Yeah,
looking
but
at.
if you don't throw the list up, you can't.
Sure.
You can't get anything you don't ask for.
We can put the list together for you.
Because I'm not married to anybody in here, so I can't read your mind. So
I mean,
Blacksburg doesn't have a helicopter yet.
I'll put that down.
honestly think that there's enough of us here in the county and enough equipment that there's no reason that working together as a team like this, that we should be able to handle any damn thing. I mean, yeah, there's gonna be incidences that are bigger than what we are, but I can guarantee you when the next team comes in behind us, they're gonna say, I can't believe a bunch of volunteers got that far.
We just wanna make sure you got the tools.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
And that's where we're at now, is trying to figure out what all we do have. Putting everything together to see like what we have, what Christiansburg has, what's Reiner got to offer in, you know, equipment wise. That's where we're at. That's where we were in that other meeting. I guess really we're asking for the blessing of this commission to help support us.
To move forward and
Yes.
try to build the team the best
Try to
we
build
can.
a team, because
And then once we build that team, then we can put that list together for
Yeah. And that's, I know Mike's probably talked about it, and I apologize for running behind, but, I know that's something he wanted to talk about. You did talk about that before I got here, okay, I'll shut up.
yeah.
We just wanna make sure that you've got the tools to be successful. Period. Sometimes you're gonna throw a wish list up and I'm gonna look at you and go, you don't get a helicopter. But I tried. But if you don't ask, all we can do is say no. All we can do is say, all right, let's look at it. But you gotta act. I love walking in here and hearing how the team stuff, because that's really important to me, and I've talked to most of you about this. That's really important, and it really warms my heart because it makes sure it takes care of all of our people. And it takes care of the volunteers too. That way everybody doesn't get ran to ground. So I like that. I like it. Let's show up late from now on. That worked out awesome.
You missed your spot in the agenda.
That's all right, I don't need to say
We
anything.
fold you back in here.
I am, nobody needs to hear me, period.
Well, they hadn't heard anything negative on it, so as far as the support of the commission,
What do you think is like a time frame? I assume you would kind of talk some more, bring something back to this group.
Yeah, I mean, we've kind of got a group that's kind of taken lead on this. Then we can meet with them, and it's just a bunch of us from across the county. So I mean, we can come back together. We can meet and discuss what we think we need. Go from there. As far as an actual time frame, I don't have one right off yet, but we wanted to come to the commission early and get everybody's thoughts before we dove too deep into anything.
we had the Swiftwater Rescue Group, or actually it was the Water Rescue and Recovery. And I guess it kind of, over the years, the regular meetings went away, so this kind of starts back with an expansions.
I think the way we was talking is basically gonna start back with the, kind of where we left off with the Swiftwater stuff. And go, you know, just try to build from there. You know, Dave's got a lot of equipment that could be beneficial, and I'm sure everybody else does, but like I said, the blessing of y'all, we'd like to really sit down and hammer out and see what we could offer. It's pretty much where we're at right now.
We officially give her a blessing. Everybody's in support over here, I'm just trying to figure.
A lot of north and south.
Everybody in
Need
favor?
to make a motion.
Yeah, do we need to make a motion, or do we need to, what's,
We could just need to get all the players together and have a meeting and start, you know, hacking it out and seeing what we need, where we wanna start. You know, what's the next, step 2, step 3, step 4, come up with a list, and that way we can bring a list back of, this is the equipment we have, this is the equipment we need. These are the people that we need to send for training. And then, I mean,
just gotta, like you say, we're starting at the beginning.
I think
But
that-
I'm all for it.
I think that training is gonna be a big thing that we're probably gonna need some help with as far as this team. As far as paying for training, because, you know, when you get into the rope stuff, what research and stuff I've done, you know, you're gonna have to go away from here.
Either that or hire instructors to come in.
Right, or hire instructors to come, so I mean, that's one thing that I can see that's gonna be whether we go to each department and say, hey, will you know, you pay for your guys and we pay, you know what I'm saying, like, I think that's gonna be the number one cost right up front. If we was to come to the commission and ask for money or ask for assistance, is gonna be training.
Yeah, I don't really think we need to make a motion to go, I mean, it comes to the point that, you know, we need X number of dollars for this equipment or training, and then you come and ask for the commission's blessing at that time on the dollar amount, and then we talk about how to fund it.
Yeah.
There to that, everybody's head's doing this, so I think
Ronnie's
everybody's
got it
in-
written down, so it's on the record.
everybody's in support of it.
Heads were nodded. For the record.
So hopefully by next meeting, we'll have something to report to, you know, where we stand maybe. So part of my schedule question is just simple stuff like, we're gonna start working on the budget in November and December. If you need X number of dollars for training, you know, and the collective group's like, yep, we need X, then Michael needs to know, he'll figure out the best way to do it and ask for it. Is it in the budget? Do we need to ask for more money? So those kind of schedule things are, and it doesn't need to happen, you know, next month, but those things take time. Or if it's big and capital, that gets put in a 5-year capital plan, and it could be in year 1 or in year 5. It just depends what all the other priorities are.
Yeah, along with all of our budget requests, I mean, we have like for the training center, there was a budget for the training center, so it'd be just like an addition on to that. And like Supervisor Kidd said, you gotta ask for it before you get a chance to get it, so. Anything else on that tonight?
When's the next time we're gonna talk about it?
Any other new business?
Said if you don't nail it down, it just kinda gets kicked down the road. Smart goals. There you go.
Not hearing any other new business, we'll roll back for Supervisor Kidd's administrative report.
I'm good.
You good?
There you go.
Discipline reports. Let's start on the right side.
I wrote a ton of stuff. We did manage to get our CSR from the state this past month, so we're able to start buying some drugs, still waiting on our DEA registration. We're working on becoming an NAEMT training center so we can offer AMLS, PHTLS, GEMS, and EPC. We're already teaching those classes, we're just working on getting our actual training center set up. I think we should have a GEMS class coming up next in, I think it's October. I'll send out the dates to those. Dates for those classes to everybody. We can do, anybody's more than welcome to come to them. Also, Tyler's got an ICS 300 class set up. It's September 30th through October 2nd at the Pulaski County Innovation Center. So if you've got anybody that needs ICS 300, Tyler can give you more info about that. That's all I've got.
It's a partnership between us and Pulaski. I'm teaching it with the Pulaski County Emergency Management Coordinator, so that's in the middle. It's in Fairlawn.
What was the date? October.
September 30th through October 2nd. It's a 2.5-day class.
Thank you, Brandon. Back up just a minute, Drew. Do you wanna report on Blacksburg?
Done anything for Blacksburg. For training, we talked about it a little bit in the recruitment meeting there earlier, but for anybody that wasn't here, the chief should have got an email from Michael for a hazmat ops class and a firefighter 2 class. The schedule should have been attached to that. Hazmat class is starting in September, and the firefighter 2 class is starting in October. And just something that if you want to pass it on to your people, apparently for non-funded classes now, when fire programs enters those into Cornerstone, they put the first day and the last day in there. They don't put any of the classes in between. And it will show that it runs from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. on the first day and the last day. The first and the last day are right, the times are wrong. So the schedules that are sent out to the chiefs, that's what the people need. If it needs to go to somebody other than the chiefs or the chiefs and somebody else, just shoot me an email and I'll make sure that y'all get them.
Blacksburg Rescue.
Nothing specific really for Blacksburg other than our fall EMT classes. I think PJ started this week and the other one started a couple weeks ago. If you missed out on those, I don't know if Jason will talk about it, but there's one coming up at their station, September, right?
Yeah, September.
So there are still classes in the county if you need it. This is kind of more from the WVEMS side, since I'm the rep for that. The advanced EMT class that runs from September 9th through April 30th. The deadline to register for that, they extended it a little bit. So that now closes the 26th of this month. So if you've got anybody that you're trying to get through the AEMT class, got a couple more weeks. And then the last thing that I've got for the council is the Rescue Squad Assistance Fund grant cycle is open. The deadline to submit a grant through that is September 16th. And I think I said this in the email to most of the EMS chiefs, but highly recommend if you're going to apply to that you reach out to the Western Virginia EMS Council before you do and talk to them about it, even if nothing more than that way when it comes up for them to review it and rank it, they know about it ahead of time. That can make a huge difference in how it scores. That's all I got.
Thank you, Chief. Christiansburg Fire.
This Saturday at 2 p.m., we're gonna have a celebration of life service at the Christiansburg Fire Department for David Flincham, who passed away back at the end of August. If anybody'd like to come to that, you're more than welcome. And the motorcycle fundraising ride that we have for Jeremy Compton back in the summer, we presented a check, or the Red Knights presented a check to Jeremy's dad to go in a trust fund for his son Wyatt for $55,000. So that was a very successful fund drive. Appreciate anyone that was from here that attended or any of your members that attended that ride. It's pretty amazing to raise that kind of money, but that'll all go into a trust for Wyatt. It'll be an interest-bearing trust that's set up, and he'll be able to get that money when he's 25 years old. So appreciate everybody's support on that. That's all I've got.
Chief. Christiansburg Rescue.
Pharmacy's good. We got all our licenses in. I talked to a couple of our members. They really like the idea of the special ops. That's something that kind of went missing from Christiansburg Rescue, and I think there's a few that like to be able to be a part of it somewhere. So I think and I don't see it being a bad thing for recruitment and retention. I don't see how that could go badly. The last thing is we're doing a blood drive September 16th with the Blood Connection. That's who supplies our whole blood that we stock on our ambulance. We're doing it at the station. It's going to be kind of like an open house event. So we're going to have like a kid zone from 12 noon to 8 at night. So we'll be providing meals for anyone that wants to come do an open house, see what we're doing, and then also give blood if they want to. And Blood Connection's giving out $50 to the donors, and then for every donor we get $25 back to the department. So, you know, you can get your grants in and then come get blood. That's pretty much all we got.
Virginia Tech.
We don't have much. Football's coming up, so if there's something that you need from us, let us know soon, please.
Nelson.
Everything.
Rhino Rescue, Jason.
Okay, like Dave said, EMT class starts September 2nd at our station. It's a Tuesday, Thursday, and one Saturday of the month. If you need information, go to our website. It's got the flyer on the main page. Also, if you got anybody that needs EVOC class 2, I've still got spots open, even though it is a closed class. They can contact me or contact the VRS and we'll get you signed up. But that'll be next week, the 22nd, 23rd, 24th. Class will run from 6 to 10, and then we'll drive Saturday. Also, probably going to do a class 3 sometime in October. As soon as I nail down a date, I'll let you know. And also, I can do trailer operations. So if that's something anybody's interested in, you know, to get certified in trailer operations, just let me know and set a class up and do that. So. All that.
Rhino Fire.
No report.
Jump Fire.
The only thing I have, we'll have our annual pancake breakfast, October 12th, 6:30 to 11.
No report from Long Shot Rescue. Michael? Anything else needs to come before the commission? Your last chance. Hearing none, next meeting September 19th at 6:30. This meeting's adjourned.